Hey everybody, how are you doing out there? It is Mr. Bookman, and today I will be reading Steve Goes to the Carnival by Joshua Button and Robyn Wells. Please enjoy. Steve Goes to the Carnival. It is a Saturday afternoon at the zoo in Reno. The jaguars pace in their enclosure. The elephants stretch out her trunk for an ice cream cone. The howler monkeys hoot and chatter. The sloths sway slowly from side to side. In the evening, Antonio, the zookeeper, feeds the animals. The anteater flicks up ants with his long, sticky tongue. The elephants trump greedily, and the old lion licks his lips. Antonio loves all the animals in the zoo, but he loves Steve most of all, and Steve loves Antonio. "Hello, my friend," cries Antonio. He sits down a bucket of bamboo shoots and his yellow radio. Steve switches the radio on and turns up the volume. Antonio and Steve love all kind of music, but they love jazz the most. They sit back and listen to the sound of saxophones drifting up into the night sky. After Antonio has left, Steve feels the quiet of the night. He lifts the latch of the cage door, and out it swings. Steve climbs up over the zoo wall to look for Antonio. At the tramp stop outside the zoo, Steve finds a hole-brimmed hat. It is the perfect disguise. Steve waves down a tram and climbs aboard. And yellow tram strutters down the hillside, passes the Fabulous, and into the city. Steve tumbles out of the tram and into the crowded street. Fireworks soar into the night. It is carnival time in Reno. Dancers in sparkled sequins and feather-headed dresses skimmy along the avenue. The air shakes with thud of bass drums, the rattles of tambozis, the honk of trombones, and the skills of samba whistles. Feliz Carnival, the Sam Betsy's cry out to Steve. Feliz Carnival, cries Steve as he heads off to look for Antonio. He wades his way through street stalls selling black bean soup, coconut sweets, chocolate bamboos. Suddenly, Steve stops and listens. Above the noise of carnival, he hears the whoop and holler of a saxophone coming from a jazz club across the street. The doorman at the Blue Jaguar Jazz club smiles at Steve. Enter, son, he says, as he waves Steve inside. Steve pauses to greet the elegant hostess. Then he hurries across the room. The jazz cornet is playing, the piano twinkles, and the double bass pounds. The saxophone wails, and the singer hums and thrills. The saxophonist tips his hat at Steve. "Antonio," cries Steve. "Ah, my friend," replies Antonio, "you found me." At that moment, a beautiful dancer with zigzag hair steps into the dance floor. Antonio swings his saxophone high into the air and the band plays. Steve bows and takes the dancer by the hand. They twist and twirl across the floor. Around and around they go. Whoosh! Steve's hat flies off the hat. "Opa, a gorilla!" cries the electric hostess. But the beautiful dancer does not blink an eye. She picks up Steve's hat and takes him by the hand. Antonio bows a long silver note that floats through the jazz club. Around and around spins the dancers, twisting and turning, reeling and whirling into the night. The music rises high above the jazz club over the Carnival city. And into a new day. Well, wasn't that a cute story? That gorilla wanted to look for the zookeeper that he liked a lot. Do you ever see animals doing that? I have. I've seen dogs be attached to their owners and hunt for them. Have you had an animal that has done that before, that you got rid of and came back looking for you? Let me know with a thumbs up if that has happened to you. Well, everybody, I want to say thank you for watching this story time, and I want to say thank y'all. Take it easy out there and have a fantastic one. Until next time, I am Mr. Bookman, and this story time is over. Have a good one, and take care, everybody.